Hey guys, backyard from a pad here. It's time for another backyard tour. It's May 2024 and I haven't done a tour probably in 2 or 3 months. So guys, let's go ahead and tour my backyard farm in Central Florida, Zone 9B. Let's get started. All right guys, so let's start here. This is the corner over by my guava tree. So over here, my rosemary is still doing amazing. I'm about to do a rosemary harvest. I want to make some teas, and also I dry my rosemary leaves, blend them up, and then I have dried rosemary in the home. When you dry your own rosemary, guys, it's so much more potent than when you buy the store bought. Then here is my last bunch of bananas. You see that red dust on it? I have been sprinkling cayenne pepper on most of my fruits because, guys, the rats and the squirrels have been feasting. This is my very special banana. This is the one that actually started fruiting after only 9 months, and this is a real Jamaican banana. The other ones that I just finished harvesting are better eaten ripe, but these are best eaten green. You boil the bananas and you eat it just like a potato, packed with iron, packed with a whole bunch of different nutrients, green bananas. Then, as you can see underneath there, I have a ton of suckers. I think I have like 4 or 5 suckers under here. So these are going to be ready to go next after I finish harvesting this. With bananas, you chop the whole stalk down. After you harvest, it's best to chop it up and leave it right in place so it nourishes the other plants, banana plants that are coming up. So guys, this is my hibiscus. It's probably over 10 feet tall. What I plan on doing today is cutting this back. This week, sometime this week, I'm going to cut it back so it can flower lower down. Let me show you what one of the blooms look like. This is really a beautiful bloom. Hold on, let's see if we can get one. It's early morning, so some of them haven't opened up yet, but I think I see. Here we go. This is what the blooms look like. I have hibiscus all throughout the garden. These hibiscus I paid, I think $4 or $5 each. They were like really small plants at Lowe's, and now they're way tall up in the air. Then guys, I can't even keep track. This is my guava. This is either the 3rd or 4th time it's fruiting since this year, and we're only in May. You can see all the beautiful flowers coming out. I just harvested the last of my guavas last week. I had family in town this weekend, so I harvested the last few ripe ones. But look at that, guys. Those are the beautiful blooms. And literally every inch of my guava tree is covered with young guavas or blossoms. So this is going to be a huge, huge bumper crop. Look at that. Here's what the young fruit looks like. You see? This is what the young fruit look like after the blossoms dry up. So literally every inch of this tree is covered with blossoms. And you can see how big it is, guys. This garden is, I forgot to say it in the beginning, this garden is only 2 years and about 4 months old. Started planting in January of 2021. Then guys, right beside it, look at this, guys. Yes, this is Central Florida. Look what I have, guys. I have a ton of grapes on my grapevines. A ton of grapes. And you guys see that I have, you're going to see that I have chicken wire throughout. And that's because, guys, my chickens have been escaping like crazy. And we're going to have problems if they eat my grapes. So I have bunches of grapes on my grapevine. And you can see it's spreading very nicely. I put a little trellis up so it can, and I've been kind of training it to trellis up. So those are my grapes. Look, even under here. Even under here, guys. Lots and lots of grapes. So looking forward to that. Then over here, oops, looks like I have some more callaloo to harvest. I just harvested this callaloo, you guys remember, like a week ago, a couple weeks ago maybe. And it's already ready to harvest again. Callaloo is a Jamaican green. You eat it similar to how you eat spinach, but it's even more nutritious than spinach, and it has its own flavor. So that's the callaloo right there, those broad leaves. Then here, this is an Everglades tomato plant that popped up. You can see it is huge, it is huge, it is huge. It has spread out. It was actually covering my coolie plum or Indian jujube. So I just moved it off the Indian jujube. The Indian jujube actually had some blossoms on there, but the blossoms fell off. I'm not sure if maybe the chickens could have eaten it. That's which is quite possible, or if they just fell off because the tree's young. But I did get 4 jujube. I bought the plant with 4 small ones, and I did harvest those, and those are very big jujube, even though the plant is so small. So I'm looking forward to years of having jujube or coolie plum. In Jamaica we call it coolie plum. I grew up eating it, so I'm looking forward to that. Then guys, you can see the cerci. That's a cerci flower. The cercis are coming up already. They're popping up all over. All right, so moving along, we have another volunteer over there. That's a watermelon, hasn't started bearing yet. And here you can see several cranberry hibiscus popping up. You see how tiny they are now. By the end of the summer, these are going to be very big and covered in flowers. It blooms mainly in the fall. Like in the fall, all through winter, this blooms. All right, so moving along here, this is my longan. This is my longan, and it's under protection. Let me see if I can pull this up gently. My longan has to be protected. There were a ton of little insects on it. And I noticed a lot of them were falling off, so I am trying to preserve this branch. But longan is similar to lychee or lychee. However, these are brown, and they may be a little bit sweeter than lychee or lychee. So this is the first time it's fruiting, so I'm very excited about all these longan. But these branches were unprotected, and you see the difference. There are just a few on here. Before we continue in the backyard, I decided to come real quick to the front yard to show you. Guys, look at this. I have loads of peaches. Of course, guys, this is my first time growing peaches. Peaches don't readily grow in central Florida, but these have been doing very well. I've thinned them out, listened to the advice of several people on YouTube about thinning the peaches. I know I could thin them some more, guys, but I just didn't have the heart. But I did thin them out, but just wanted to show you. This is the first year of having peaches. I literally just planted this plant last year. So this is my Tropic Beauty peach. It was specially created by University of Florida, and it's bred to do very well in the Florida climate. Tropic Beauty peaches. Then here in Florida, where this did have like 3 blossoms. The blossoms fell off, so I guess it's not ready, but I'm sure I'm going to be getting some good peaches next year. I have my pomegranate tree. Blossoms yet. It is now fully leafed out. And this plant is something that I can't pronounce. I need to write the name down. But this is a beautiful plant. It's not medicinal. I just bought it for the beauty. I thought it was really cute to have the yellow flowers, and then the leaves right beside the flowers turn white. So this is my plant. Then here I have a whole bunch of hibiscus that need to be drastically chopped back so they can spring new leaves and start to blossom. And this is also the hibiscus. Get back in the backyard and see what else we have. All right, guys, so this is my latest bed that I have. And remember, I started those seeds for the okras, and guys, you can see the okras are growing up really nicely. I had to put this chicken wire around it. The chickens killed several of my okra seedlings. I have the bigger plants that you see, like right here. These are the okra. But of course, what I do with all my beds, I never ever just put one crop, because that's going to attract the pest to that one crop. So I have marigolds, which help to repel insects. I think that's a holly plant. I have peppers, I have thyme, I have oregano, and I just stuck seeds of some bean seeds throughout. I don't know if any of them are sprouting yet. I see some little sprouts, but some of those sprouts look like additional okra. So, but I'm gonna have beans, peppers, lots of flowers, herbs, and of course I have my Jamaican scallion. That is my St. Elizabeth scallion, which is a very special scallion. I have that. And then these are just some onion bottoms that I stuck in the bed. Those are always like the biggest. So those are onion bottoms I stuck in the bed, and we're using the greens. All right. So over here I have my girls, and you guys, that's my new chicken coop that me and my boys and my husband built. My pimento tree is growing really nicely. That's a frangipani that we stuck over here. And guys, let's check out my star fruit tree. You remember last year the star fruit split in two, and I tied it up. I did this makeshift tie up. Oh, so guys, the tie is still there, and guys, look, it is blossoming again. It is full of fruit. Look at all those star fruits, guys. Just started blossoming and it's already turning into fruit. So that's what the little star fruit looks like. This is what the flowers look like. The pink flowers are pink, and then when the flowers fall off, you'll see the little tiny fruit. See that? So we've been having a really bad drought, guys, for literally months. And yes, I do use my sprinkler system, but we just increased the sprinkler system from 20 minutes to 40 minutes because it definitely, I don't think my plants are getting enough water. I've been losing a lot of blossoms. However, my star fruit is pretty much loaded. So I'm very happy for that. Also, I had done an air layer of the star fruit. I'm going to be removing that soon. Video to come soon. Here, guys, all this Mexican sunflower, believe it or not, these are some plants that I had, some sticks that I put in a pot to sell, and I never put them on Etsy. And guys, I guess the stick has gone through to the soil, and guys, look how big these Mexican sunflowers are now. Mexican sunflower is not only absolutely gorgeous as a flower, but it's really good as chop and drop. So I plan on breaking this up and using it throughout the garden. Then here, guys, are all my cuttings. I just did a cutting update, so we won't talk about these now. All right, so let's go see what else we have in our beds. So this is my Scotch bonnet bed, and I have a couple. That's a marigold officiale, which is supposed to be a very special medicinal marigold. And then this is, I believe, a holly, but all the rest, guys, are Scotch bonnets, and they're already blossoming. So I'm really excited about my first Scotch bonnets. These were all grown from seed, of course, but you can see, oops, can you guys see that? You can see they're blossoming. All of them are blossoming. So I should be getting Scotch bonnets soon, thank God. Then over here, that's my Jamaican sweet potato, my Jamaican, the authentic Caribbean or Jamaican sweet potato, otherwise known as batata. I think what I want to do with this bed is have it as just ginger and turmeric. That bed is going to be all ginger and turmeric. So that harvest is to come. Then this is my most current bed. I just harvested all the greens last week or the week before, can't remember. Harvested all the greens from this bed. I had some tomato plants sitting in pots along the side, so I pulled them up and I just rested them here. The animals were eating all my tomatoes, so I haven't even eaten one tomato off these plants. But now that they're here and behind this chicken wire, hopefully I'll be able to get something. Again, this was another plant full of tomatoes. All the leaves kind of fell off when I pulled it up. When I pulled it up, some of the roots had already gone through the bag into the ground, so the plant is just now recovering. You see the leaves are coming back, but all the leaves fell off. But you can see, guys, this is, I believe this is a sweet 1 million, and it is loaded with tomatoes. All right, there's a glare, so I'm hoping you guys can actually see these tomatoes. And on this side, we have more sweet 1 millions, and this is a tree that we literally brought back to life. So it's really doing well. Just harvested a entire bowl of sweet 1 million, and as well as some Everglades tomatoes. So in this bed, I've planted a lot of herbs. This is a silver edge thyme. I have some marigolds that I'm planting here, some more silver edge thyme, and then in the back we have Scotch bonnet peppers. We have a string bean, not a string bean, the yard long bean coming up there. That's actually a volunteer from last year. And then we have some Thai chili peppers. And guys, my habanero has been loaded. I've been harvesting a ton of habaneros. I just harvested literally, I think about 4 or 5 days ago, and you can see how many ripe ones are in here. Very prolific fruiter. So over here in these last two beds, I have my mojito mint. It was a little tiny mint. I think I paid $4 for it at Mango Belly several months ago. You can see it's filled in really nicely. And then here we just have some Everglades tomatoes and some more herbs. And over here, guys, where I had my broadleaf thyme or Cuban oregano, guys, this bed was completely taken up. So I just did a drastic chop back. So I literally chopped more than half, even though you see it is still full of Cuban oregano. Guys, this has become my favorite herb that I use in the garden. I use it to substitute oregano. I use it to substitute thyme. You can drink it as a tea. You can make it in soups. It's really, really versatile. I have this on my Etsy store right now. I'm giving 2 for 1. So if you do an order is normally 3 cut-ins. You'll get 6 cut-ins because I cut back so much. I've given away a ton, but guys, I want to share with my faithful subscribers, guys. So if you want Cuban oregano, you're getting 2 for 1. Double the order right now. I have a ton more of these Everglades tomatoes. They pop up in the garden. I stick them in the bed, and I'm going to be having tomatoes for a very long time. The wonderful thing about Everglades tomatoes, it grows really well in the heat. So even though it's already hot, you know, it's still profusely bearing fruit. I have them like popping up all over. And then guys, do you know what these beauties are popping up? These beauties in here, guys, these are actually my purple passion fruit that I chopped back. I have several suckers that are actually coming in, so I'm gonna probably be transplanting them somewhere else because I had removed the passion fruit from here because literally it took over 2 trellises and it basically shaded out 2 beds, so nothing was able to grow. So I definitely don't want to grow purple passion fruit here anymore. I'm gonna be growing them, you know, where there's no problem with shade. If I grow them here, it kills everything else. So all right, so and guys, I made a change with my arch. So now at the entry where we used to have our purple passion fruit all the way around here, now at the entry I just added this mandevilla, and you can see, guys, it has beautiful blooms, and it's already, even though I just put it on, I already have it trailing up. So you can see it has 4 or 5 tendrils already holding on. So this is going to come up, and this is going to trail all the way up. And on this side, I have a Ramgo Dashalong, otherwise known as Caribbean or West Indian holly. No, West Indian. I'll put the name on here. I can't remember the exact name. I'll put the name on here. But then, guys, back here, I actually found some blue butterfly pea seedlings that had popped up. These are also volunteers from last year that popped up in the garden, so I transplanted them here. So now I'm going to have blue butterfly pea trailing all the way up here, and it's going to meet in the middle with my mandevilla. So this is going to be really beautiful. This is going to be a really beautiful entrance into my garden. So guys, let's go check out those papayas. Remember those papayas the trees that I chopped into? Let's go check those out. So guys, can you believe that this is the papaya that we chopped all the way back? You can see this is where we chopped it down, and I put the brick on top just to keep the water from going. Guys, look at this. It only doesn't have side shoots, but it actually has blossoms. So I'm actually going to have papaya right on my level. More branches. Here's another branch that has blossoms. So guys, we're gonna have multiple branches with blossoms coming all the way down. What I may do, I may chop some of the lower branches and just leave it maybe 3 or 4 branches. But guys, this is gonna be awesome. I have papaya right at my eye level. And let's check out the leaf spot. Look, no leaves. So chopping it and treating it with the wettable sulfur, and I think I also treated it with the copper fungicide. That actually worked. I probably will continue treating it. I really don't want the leaf spot to come back. Here's my longevity spinach. It has come back, and my longevity spinach has been blossoming throughout the garden. I have this one and I have another large one on the side. So my longevity spinach is back. I didn't sell it this year because this tree had leaf spot. It dropped the leaf spot to the longevity spinach, so I hadn't sold it, but right now it's looking really healthy. So back here I have a muscadine grape. That's a muscadine grape that I just planted. It hasn't done anything. I noticed that right here kind of doesn't get any morning sun, so I don't know if that's why it's really slow. I mean, that's given me a few extra leaves, but it's just really slow. However, I did have my cowpeas on here, and I did have my passion fruit, and those did well. So I'm hoping it will eventually catch up. If not, I might relocate it to a more sunny morning spot. My Chinese lantern is back, guys. This is such a beautiful plant. This also had a leaf spot. Every single leaf fell off. It was just the stalks, but I left it, and it is back. Now that the plants are healthy, now that the papayas don't have leaf spots, my beautiful Chinese lantern plant is back. So I'll be able to enjoy these beautiful flowers and beautiful leaves. As you can see, I finally cleaned up this spot. This spot was a spot that was covered with weeds. I'm trying to just beautify the area one small area at a time. See, I added a little begonia and penta underneath it. These are going to I just did it like 2 weeks ago, but they're already starting to grow. These are going to be big and beautiful by the end of the summer. And then guys, look, those two are cowpeas. If you guys want cowpeas, you can have them for free. Just pay for shipping and I'll ship them to you. I already covered a lot. I pulled a lot up, but those two made their way through. All right, so guys, this is another first time fruiter. This is my mango that I got as a seedling. I was told it tastes like the cross between mango. I have 5 mangoes in all on this tree, so I'm hoping that they hold. I had 6 and one just fell off literally days ago, so I'm hoping that these hold. I'm ordering some additional large mesh bags so I can make sure that all my fruits are covered. I ran out of bags. Then guys, throughout the garden I have started sticking the lobster claw plants. I just literally cut up the lobster claw plants, stuck them throughout the garden. I know right now they don't look like much, but these have a beautiful long flower that looks like a lobster claw. Very expensive to buy here, very unusual to get here in the US. However, I was able to get one plant from my sister, and I split the bulbs up, so I have them all the way throughout the garden. So this is just the beginning, guys. All of this is going to blossom and bloom into beautiful plants. Behind here I have a blackberry, which I also suspect is, and I do see some blackberries forming. Oops. So, and I do see some little blackberry, some additional ones popping up because I hear they're spread. So I'm gonna have some blackberries. All right, can't remember what this one is called, but just starting to stick flowers throughout the garden. So guys, you can't eat flowers, but flowers are great pollinators, and I do use my food plants, my herbs, as flowers. But you know what, I like beauty. The garden is such a place of peace and joy, and helps me to feel even closer to God. Yes, I feel close to God anywhere I am, but just walking through the garden and seeing his wonder and his glory just makes me feel even closer. So guys, these are all cuttings that I just transplanted. into this pot. I had taken cuttings from my brother's garden maybe about a year ago, and I had them in a little pot, so I just transplanted them to this big pot. Added a little marigold in between, so this is going to be nice once it bushes out. Then there is my tuna cactus, Hawaiian Thai. This is another papaya that was struggling with the leaf spot that is cleaned up, guys. Wow, no spots. So it looks like I'm going to be getting some good papayas this year. I finally got rid of the leaf spot. But guys, look here. I am so beyond excited. Guys, this is my Kerry mango. And you remember, guys, I had lost every last blossom of the Kerry mango tree. But guys, look here now. I broke off. Remember, I did that video telling you if your Kerry mangoes or any mango trees, if the blossoms die, just break them off and they'll come back. So guys, I broke off every last blossom, and now my tree is loaded with blossoms. But not only that, guys, look, I have a ton of fruit. I have Kerry mango fruit. Okay. Even here, guys, on these lower branches, you can see the fruit beginning to form. So guys, I have a load of Kerry mangoes. I'm so excited. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God. This side doesn't have many blossoms, but definitely have more than enough fruit on that side. And then, guys, I have been eating loads and loads of everbearing mulberries. Highly recommend this, guys. They are super sweet, and they bear, it's called everbearing because it literally bears fruits year round. Everbearing mulberry. And there's a tree. Yummy. So back here behind my Joseph coat, which I'm going to be trimming back here is my pineapple patch and my first pineapple. My very first pineapple, guys. So I'm probably going to get something to try and cover this also, because I would hate for the animals to get my first pineapple. I'm watching other YouTubers. This is literally, when I say my first pineapple, I don't mean my first at backyard farm. I mean my first ever. I've never grown a pineapple. At my other home, I had 3 pineapple plants that had gotten huge, but we sold the house before they actually bore fruit. So very happy to have my first. And then, guys, you watch the videos where I ate my first Nasberries, and you can see I still have, oops, let me try and, I still have 2 Nasberry fruit here. They are, oh wow, this one is ready. This one fell off. Oh my gosh. All right, let's open this bag. Guys, here is another Nasberry. Yay, it's my 3rd one. Wow, it's my 3rd Nasberry, guys. These have been absolutely delicious. This one is not as big as the first 2, but it fell out by itself, so it's perfectly ripe. So we have 1 more left. Weekend. Yep, this one is probably gonna next. That's the last one on the tree. So I definitely will be saving this one for my mom. She's come to spend the weekend with me, so she will be happy to have this Nasberry. Guys, I only got 4 Nasberries in all this season because literally those nasty squirrels ate every last one of my Nasberries except for 4 in one night. But guys, look at this. Look at this. Every single pinnacle is absolutely loaded with blossoms. I am going to get a serious bumper crop, guys. And I am ready for those squirrels this time. I have my cayenne pepper. And I have my my mesh bags to cover the fruit. So I am ready for them. We're gonna have a bumper crop this year, guys. Look, every pinnacle has blossoms. Right along, I have my Vicks plant here. It has a really great smell. It helps to repel mosquitoes. And if you get bitten in the yard, you just take a couple leaves off and crush it up. And you see some little liquid. You see this liquid. You see the liquid? And you rub it on wherever you get bitten, and that helps with the bites. I have some blanket flower here. And what I want to do with the blanket flower is this is going to eventually spread and it's going to take over the area because I'd rather have blanket flower than all of these Spanish needle and weeds throughout the garden. Right behind it, I have my banana, and this is from the very first banana circle, the very first banana that I harvested, chopped it down. That's that banana, and then now this one is probably going to be the next one to be harvested in this garden. I have my Barbados cherry here. This one hasn't born yet. Then more bananas here. Well, that one is a special banana. That's a Boro banana. That's where you get your mofungo and your tostones. That's the kind of banana they use for that, unless they of course use plantain. This is the Otaiti apple. This one it is growing, hasn't flowered yet, but I'm hoping to get some apples within the next couple of years. And here I have a zinnia flower. Again, guys, I'm sticking these flowers as pollinators throughout the garden. Plus, I absolutely love just looking at these flowers. Who wouldn't love that, right? Speaking of flowers, I have my Mexican sunflowers popping up throughout the garden. I had done some chop and drop last year, and I just allowed these to pop up. These popped up from seed, and I'm probably going to chop them back because I definitely don't want this to take over. Then over here, I have my Jamaican pumpkin. This one is doing well. However, guys, some of the other pumpkins I planted have been just totally eaten up by those little worms. Here I have some my gungo peas, the green gungo peas. I have the purple gungo peas over there. And then all along here, guys, I have cassava popping up. These are the cassavas that I planted just probably less than 2 months, maybe a month ago. And this is going to be my cassava walk. I have cassavas all the way along this way and going all the way across there. And right in front we have another Barbados cherry tree, guys. This one I actually got cherries from, but you can see the tree looks completely stressed out, and I really believe this is because of the rain. So right beside it we have figs. This fig I almost chopped down, but everybody told me to give it some more time. Figs weren't very sweet, however, and the leaves were like really diseased. However, now that we got rid of the leaf spots throughout the garden, these leaves look a lot healthier. The figs are coming back. We do have a couple of figs coming back. I suspect once the rain comes, this will do better. Right beside it, guys, I am so excited. Look here. This is a little citrus that I planted a couple of months back. I did a video on planting my cocktail citrus tree. Half the tree is Mara's lemon, half is key lime. So guys, look here. This is the Mara's lemon side, and you can see there's lots of Mara's lemon, loads of Mara's lemon. So this is really doing well. I'm really, really excited. And then on the other side, we have the key lime. These are the key limes, and yes, here are a few. We do have a few key limes. So looking forward to enjoying my Mara's lemon and my key limes. Right beside this, we have the katuk. Also looks like it's struggling. I have no doubt it will come back. And beside this, we have our long neck avocado. Guys, this tree is tremendous. I've chopped this back twice, and it's like probably 8 feet up in the air right now. The new leaves are looking really healthy. What it looks like, you usually can tell when the leaves have this brown spot. I did spray this with some neem oil. What I think I'm going to do is remove all the diseased leaves, all the older leaves, and just to make sure that nothing passes on to the new leaves, because the new leaves are looking really great. Here I have my moringa tree. They're growing really nicely. And I almost missed this, guys. This little plant is something that is familiar to all of us organic gardeners. That is a neem plant. All of us organic gardeners are familiar with neem oil that we use to fight most funguses and insect diseases in the garden. That's the actual neem, where neem oil comes from. Guys, this is my bay rum tree. You guys drop a comment below if you can tell me, growing up as a child, if your mom ever rubbed you up with bay rum when you have a fever. Yes, guys. Right here we have a couple more of the papayas. They're doing okay. And right below it we have the Okinawan spinach that I need to start eating more of. This is a cousin of longevity spinach. Here I have my first plantain tree. I did that video a couple months back when I went to the 20-acre farm. This is the plantain that I bought, and as you can see, it's doing very well, and it does put on a few extra leaves. Guys, right. This is my plum tree. It is literally laden. Every branch is covered with red coat plums. It is absolutely amazing. This is a hog plum or red coat plum. Yes, I have loads and loads of plums. Look at that. Every single branch covered with plums. Then right beside it, I have my banana trees. The last two bunches of bananas came from these trees and they were absolutely delicious. So right beside it, I have my East Indian mango tree, guys. Oh, this year is the first time it's bearing fruit, and guys, this is my all-time favorite mango. This is the famous East Indian mango right here in Central Florida, guys. The mango tree, there's a papaya tree that fell over, and would you believe it also is branching out and has several papayas growing right there from the trunk. I'm gonna actually cut that tree in half and try and prop it up. Right beside it, guys, is the chaya Mexican tree spinach, and this is what it looks like when it's in full bloom. In certain parts, it's called God's gift because it's believed to cure over 100 diseases, particularly in the Yucatan Peninsula, from what I've understood. I love it. It's a really delicious food. You have to cook it for at least 10 minutes because it does have cyanide. So I normally scramble it up and add it to my frittatas. It's delicious in sauces and soups. Really, really delicious food. Chaya tree spinach. It grows very easily from cuttings, and I do have cuttings on my Etsy store. Then here we just have we have a source up there, and right beside it we have several cassavas. These are the cassavas that usually I've been harvesting the sticks from. There's a Jacob's coat, bluebirds that we've been eating, and then we have the June plum right behind it. And then on this side we have two yellow coat plums. We have one there, one yellow coat plum here that the animals have just been feasting on. That's why I have that mesh over it, trying to save some of the plums. Surprisingly, they haven't touched that plum tree. You see how many plums are in that first plum tree I showed you? But this, they have been feasting on. This one is a yellow coat, so I guess they like the yellow coat more. Then guys, that's just my island. Another papaya that I chopped in two that has branched out. This is my white Thai guava. First time also bearing fruit, and you can see this one is also loaded with fruit. So this is the very first time I'm going to be tasting guava, and loaded with fruit, guys, loaded with fruit. All right, so let's go look real quickly in the fruit. There's a soursop tree, a citrus tree here that I'm trying to save. It's a tangerine tree, but it kind of broke in two, so I'm hoping to save it. Then we're in the front, and as you walk out here, guys, the smell hits you. I have my, oh my gosh, it smells so good. I have my beautiful gardenia plant that as soon as you step through the gate, so this is the smell that hits you once you step out. Then to wrap things up in the front, we have a cocoa plum tree here. Never eaten it in my life. My sister said that before I was born, they had one by the fence and they grew up eating it. So I'm looking forward to trying that. My boga blooming literally for several. So I'm looking forward to trying that. And right beside it is my bougainvillea, and it's in full bloom. Over here, guys, this is the elderberry plant that we had cut back, and you can see it is nice and bushy already. And you can actually see where we cut it. I believe, yep, right there is where we cut it. And look at that. That's a new branch that came up after we cut it. Then right behind here is the other elderberry. That's another elderberry plant I have. And in the back, I have 3 coconuts. Those coconuts have been around probably a year and a half. There was a 4th one right there, but that one died. So now we have 3 coconuts that I'm hoping will grow once the rainy season comes. So this is a mango tree that one of our neighbors gave us, and they said it's in the East Indian family, and when you crush the leaf you can actually smell the East Indian flavor. So the tree doesn't look pretty, but I'm looking forward to some delicious fruit. This is my Super Julie mango tree. This actually had a good 4 or 5 nice size mangoes formed. However, they all fell off. Not sure if it's because of the drought or maybe the tree's just probably just too young. Guys, if you're still with me, I wanted to thank you for sticking with me. I've been having some technical issues with the audio, so I really apologize. I'm just going to wrap this up real quick. This is my orange crushed jackfruit. Right beside it is my Pakistani mulberry. And then over here, I have my achacha tree. Guys, this is the lychee. It's getting chewed up by the Sri Lankan weevil. Here is my sweet tart mango. Up front, I have three frangipanis. That's a white one. This one is a yellow one. Just blooming for the first time this year. I planted them as random sticks. I didn't know what the colors were. That's the yellow frangipani. That one is white. And the one over here is also white. All the ones in the back so far are pink. This is my Rollinia tree. Has been blossoming, but the blossoms keep falling off. So I think the tree is just too young, but looking forward to some really good fruit on my Rollinia tree. Maybe when the rainy season comes, this will start holding fruit. And finally, to wrap things up, guys, this is a Blackie mango. Very famous, very loved mango in Jamaica. Very rare to find here in Florida. So I'm super happy to say I have a Blackie mango. Also from the same neighbor who gave me the other tree. Guys, that's it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Till next time. Bye now. Let's go get some planting done, guys, so you can have your own fruit forest in 2 years or less. Till next time. Bye now.